is more on his Raven's Veil ability, which is the ulti on the Sai, the Shoto Sai side.
Ten seconds remaining.
Absolutely.
5 seconds remaining.
Absolutely. That's the one you use the majority of the time. So I think out of my ranked games, I do have to give credit to one guy because he almost always picks Kez in our party, and he plays mid Kez primarily. He even came up with his own build, which actually worked insanely well when he was playing it. So I'm interested if mid one's going to be doing something similar to that, or if he's going for the more traditional right clicker type. Because there are ways to actually make spell amp work on Kez better than the physical builds. But I have a lot of experience of Kez in my party, so I know the strengths of it, the timings of it, and the feel of what the hero gives. I just haven't played a single game of Kez myself. Have you played any Kez? Fair enough. Me neither. I usually just see it like, oh, they're picking the new hero. Time for easy MMR, easy 25. For us. No, they don't know how the buttons work. They don't know the timings or the items on it. So it's like easy 25. But is this an easy 25 for MOUZ playing the Kez? We'll find out as we're going to load out into the game just momentarily to see how this mid Kez works for mid one. Of course, Virtus.pro, one of the undefeated teams in the groups so far. I think one win was only with a had the default loss versus Apex. I think Avilus might be undefeated. I think Avilus is the team in Group A that is undefeated. So VP being the other from Group B.
Oi, Philippines! Philippines! Woo!
"30 seconds to battle."
Well, let's see what the game is going to give us. I do feel the VP's draft is very, very standard. I think you're ticking every box in this draft. I think the one thing they struggle with is high ground push. You do not hit buildings on the high ground with this lineup. You can take tier 1s, you can poke tier 2s. And you're going to have to do the pushing with the creeps more than the heroes. Kind of sucks for their lineup. Meanwhile, for MOUZ, well, the one good thing about having Kez in your team is that he actually tears down buildings. Fly might just be a first blood here as the boys from MOUZ are just giving chase to his Enchantress. 4 stacks of axes. Boom's going to throw another set more. The next one's going to finish his life, but the hook lands and Yamich will grab his first flesh heap on the Pudge.
Axe is impressed.
Not bad.
Ooh, Dire's courier got killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
Coming into this mid matchup as well, I think it's really important that every time you're trading with your opponent, you'll try to shift your discipline over to the katana side and try to poke with the Kazurai katana, because that's going to apply the damage per second based on your physical damage. And that's a pretty long debuff too. I think it's like 7 seconds. Yeah, 7 seconds duration, which is a lot of time to deal damage on your opponent. Of course, there's still the cooldown, which can be removed with the Ags on the hero. So what you want on this Kez is Kez has some similarities with Meepo when it comes to item timings. You wanna get not the blink. Kez doesn't really want the blink dagger, but he wants to get an early shard for the team. He wants to get an early Aegis, and he wants to hit an Axe timing, kind of like the Void Spirit does from the mid lane, and then just go all in. He's a very strong early mid game hero. The Fusel Blade is fine. The Deso, it feels like it's the everybody builds it and it's easy to counter. That's the one that I'm expecting for this Kez to build. It's a little bit different too. So, actually, well, my friend is literally just playing Kez right now, so I'm gonna look at his item progress because I think this build makes quite a lot of sense. So he goes for Ags into Yashakaya, Yules, Octarine, BKB, which is also a pretty decent build, and he's, ends the game at 15, 1, and 11. But the Yashakaya is something to really look at. Spell Amp, which works with the hero, by the way. I think it doubles or triples some of his damage and some of his abilities. It's the Raptor Dance Yashakaya. Gets out faster, and then the Spell Amp increases the healing that you do, and you can pump yourself back to 100% HP. And you also do extra damage with some of your abilities.
Look at that! Radiant's courier just got killed!
My last.
Radiant's courier has been killed. That's animal cruelty in nature. Where are you going? Nature attend us. I guess Radiant fortified
Made on the
structures.
Beastmaster. He'll be okay for now. Pudge soaking up some of that damage, and of course they're using the Radiant Glyph simultaneously.
Hunting bounties.
So that has also been used. Currently the mid matchup is even in terms of CS. Dawnbreaker is slightly struggling. Of course, that kill on Crystallis did put some pressure off him.
Nope.
Denied.
The poke on Celery. Antara is just lacking the attack range to finish him off, but Celery is going all in for that one.
Next time.
Antares will get the deny right after. Oh dear. He did not have the vision on the high ground except for the Nether Ward, which actually did show a little bit of AoE. But that was a bit of a mistake on Celery's end, underestimating.
My sprites are with
Mid one's going double Falcon Blade, by the way. So not one, but two. Bought an extra recipe. He's holding onto the Blades of Tack and the Fluffy Hat, so double Falcons.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Maybe he's getting Dreads next.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Yep. He was topping CS in the entire game just a moment ago. All things good on that end. Meanwhile, classic Battle Fury game for Tomato. Abed has also picked up the Invis rune and he's rolling it top. Gonna set up a Crystalist. That Bloodseeker kill. That'll be an easy, quick ulti usage there from the Pango.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Denied.
Dire structures
Traffic
are
down.
fortified.
Bottom lane, boom. With Celery trying to apply pressure onto the Ursa. He is level 5. There's the Solar Guardian from the Hawk.
Radiant's top tower is under
Trades a
attack.
partner. That's 4 heroes down bottom. Yamich goes for the hook, but that doesn't quite connect onto the Ursa. It brings in the Dawnbreaker instead. She'll just TP straight back to the top lane after that. Power. Rune spawning down bottom, but Yamich will connect the hook onto Abed. However, this Pango does have the Rolling Thunder available, and mid one will secure the AD on the Kez.
Under attack.
Currently, all 3 cores of MOUZ, despite the 2 kills behind, they're all in the top 4. Just the Ursa slightly ahead of the Bloodseeker.
Slow. Precious bounty.
Yep. Yeah, I think you kind of play the pick-off game when it comes from MOUZ and get themselves forward. Going forward as well, from the FISSURE Universe to the FISSURE Playground 2 LAN event in Serbia, Belgrade on October 31st to the November 2nd. Exclamation mark ticket with that command in chat. You can open a link from our chat bot and head over to the website. Get yourself and your friends some tickets to the LAN event at the end of this month. We're starting the group stage in just about 2 weeks. Some of the best teams in the world participating in their first LAN of the year. I already mentioned the likes of Heroic, Tundra, Parivision, TI winning Team Falcons, Team Spirit, Team Liquid. Big names. And MOUZ, who qualified from West Europe. And Virtus.pro, who qualified from West Europe. So both of these 2 teams playing right now will also be at FISSURE Playground at the LAN.
Healing power.
Runa would be the 3rd.
Arcane Reservoir.
Yeah, he popped his flesh heap there. He tried to maybe if the neutrals were gonna hit him. Celery was trying to clean up the camp. But instead, you know, he's just gonna take the walk home. Mid one. He's going for the Desolator build. We'll see how that works out. Strong in the early game, sure. Nice silence there on the Snapfire. Throwing in the dagger, the Talon toss. Brings the Snapfire's ulti. Nice hammer from the Hawk, though. Mid one gets smacked down to the ground. Crystallis is dead too. Yamich had already fallen. And that's a triple for Abed. Virtus.pro on the prowl. They take down 3 and focus down this mid team on tower. It didn't quite go MOUZ's way, that engagement.
Dire just denied their middle tower. Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Regeneration.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Dire's
Very
top
likely.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, very likely. I mean, since we still don't have a timing on the Kez right now. He's probably with that Desolator. He's still going to have the same amount of HP as he did before. Will not feel any extra tank here, but he'll definitely be able to dish out damage if he's able to just dodge the stuns. You need Pango roll to watch out for, which the Seeker needs to deal with. You need to get to the Snapfire, cancel the Mortimer's Kisses, and most importantly, don't get caught by the Solar Guardian. As you can see, the moment they get a jump on somebody, Abed, the Huck, and Antares, they delete heroes. All of that minus armor. There's not a lot of armor on MOUZ's heroes when you think about it. Pudge has 3 armor, Beastmaster has 6, Pugna has 4. It's just the 2 Agi heroes that they have in the lineup that are a bit more durable, but they also lack HP versus the magical
Dire's bottom
burst,
tower needs some help.
which VP also has covered.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
All the kills that they're getting pretty much is off of the Pugna. And they know that they don't want Celery. Celery who's running for that 14-minute wisdom, but smokes are popping. Antares is right there, and Abed is also here. Nobody's going to be here in time. Meanwhile, hunt the Huck, but that hook from Yamich does not connect. So a wisdom stolen, a kill given.
Tower isn't going to last long.
Boom.
Radiant's
Just going to
middle
go straight
tower
for the
could
push
use
on
some
that
help.
tower.
Radiant have fortified their structures. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, they're going Roche. They can definitely do Roshan. You got an Ursa
Dire's
lineup,
bottom tower
and you
is
have
being
so
chipped
many
away.
units to throw in there that they can just soak up Roshan. Start chewing him down.
Come on, Smites.
It's a quick one. 15 minutes also on the clock, so it's going to be nighttime coming up right next with that Aegis for Abed. Ursa probably wants to farm his Blink.
Gold and sweet.
Yep. Plays it safely enough, though. Boom is keeping bottom pushed in. There is an Ursa prowling about. Doesn't know about him, though. Does ping out the Beastmaster's location so that he's around the area.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yamich also 1,000 gold needed for Blink. There's a TP coming in from Tomato. And he just blinks right on top of him, and he deletes him with 2 hits. He literally just finished his Blink and gets to use it right away. Happy Ursa. Very happy Ursa.
Haste.
Ooh, Dire's courier got killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a farm lane with the Beastmaster. They were both farming it up. Boom.
For the forest.
He will lose his big unit here. Well, they have to work for it.
Creeping boss.
Yeah, let's grenade it instead. Not sure if the snap actually got the money for it. I did not see the gold sign on top of the hero's head. Okay. Okay. Motto showed in lane. There is the Deso ready on Kez. But he alone with just that will probably do enough. Just goes for the instant silence on the Ursa. Tomato rolls in circles. They see Abed, they see Antares coming in with that ward placed down. It's not a fight for MOUZ. They retreat all the way back to their side. Next to the tier 2 tower. There's a Seeker about to finish his Mjolnir. Maybe with Deso Mjolnir, you could go... But I feel like MOUZ is probably not too pressed right now. They could still wait to finish the BKB on the Beastmaster, get all those 3 items online before they do anything. It's still an Aegis.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Warm Solar Guardian. Oh, that Mortimer's Kiss is slowing it down just enough, and Crystallis ends up almost dying right away. Oh, God. Yeah, he finished his Mjolnir, but that's just too much damage to withstand.
After the courier.
Maybe the Hawk is a target. Big one. Slows him down with the Raven's Veil. Gets a good jump with the hammer into the Roche pit, and that instantly diffuses the situation. So they'll get away with the Crystallis kill and Boom's courier. Some pressure on the Kez. It's going to be quite okay with that, though. Curious about his next item, though, because it could be a BKB, it could be an Ags. He probably might think about the Shard, because you're doing a lot of damage with your right hooks with Deso. Shard bumping up the Kazurite Katana lifesteal is not a bad idea. Maybe you want it from the Tormentor after all, but you might lose it to VP because they just lost their Pudge. It's going to be down for 20 seconds, and Tormentor will be up before the Pudge is alive. Not a lot of hero damage in a game with 12-2. Snapfire with the most right now with 8k. Yep.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Invisible blue bird coming through.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. Look at the banner below the stream as well if you're not active in chat right now. Getting some chase to fly. Pudge and mid one will show up here. And this Enchantress. Take them down pretty easily.
Mind slaves is now
One good thing about the Kez is he has almost all of his abilities go through against the Untouchable. Abilities. Seeker Rupture, but surrounded by 4. Seeker hasn't had a game so far. Crystallis, 5 deaths to his name.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
To himself. Only to himself and his enemies. Tomato staying aggressive here. His blink is gone. Oh, that is way too optimistic for the Ursa. That's a level 16 Ursa just dying.
I owe you one.
I think, you know, the Seeker is having trouble getting on the map. He's getting punished, but Ursa put this on himself. And now people are reconnecting and disconnecting. Well, I'm back. Good to be back. Had to do it. Anyway, yeah, they're probably not going to be happy me writing about that in all chat, but it's a group stage game. Sometimes have some good conversations with the boys. Anyway, good one ready. Everybody's back in the server, and we don't have to wait that much longer. So off we go. So where do we where do we leave this game? Tomato diving or farming under an enemy tier 2 tower gets punished. Chrysalis died a moment before that, right in front of that same given tier 2 tower. Still a BKB in the works. Will take a while for him to finish that, but Beastmaster is already building to buff up both the Kez and the Seeker. That AC is queued up. And Kez Axe is almost done, so I think that is the item you are waiting for. Then it's go, go, go. Oh no. There goes the rest of the Sigmas.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's a 6k lead for VP here. That has been growing and growing since the first 10 minutes. The laning stage was good for MOUZ, and they haven't hit their timings yet, so that's basically what we're waiting for. Do we see a MOUZ 5v5 happen? And how do you think that's going to go? Do you feel like they are comfortable in a 5v5? Do you feel like they want to skirmish? At least how much I know Kez. He is not excellent in team fights, but he's kind of like a Slark. He excels in finding pickoffs and pushing somebody away from the fight, finding a target to hunt, because he's kind of like a hit-and-run style hero, like Tiny. Use your spells, reposition, use your spells, reposition. And you can also kite nicely with your Raven's Veil. We're going. Ooh. Good read on the hook there with Yamich. Kez chasing with the Falcon Rush. Gonna find Abed. Abed does get the roll up, but he's ruptured and in the blood right. And of course, he's got 600 damage on Kazurai Katana, so he goes down. The dot will kill him. That will be one down. Dawnbreaker, no Solar Guardian, and MOUZ unleash themselves on that Dawnbreaker. Take him out too. Tomato getting a bit of damage onto Boom, but not quite enough. And mid one with the Falcon. The Raptor Dance, not the Falcon Rush this time around. Just a little bit of extra life steal. And Ursa will take one with him, but he will drop two. That's a buyback coming in from Abed. They know that they're very low on HP, and yeah, he definitely thinks that he can clean up house now. Mid one going to be the one targeted first, and onto Kez they go, and he is not getting anywhere. He's trying to parry some of those hits, but you cannot parry a bloody Pangolier rolling on top of you. So Abed's buyback does give them at least one core kill. However, the gold change and XP change, 9,000 experience shift towards MOUZ.
The Nether reaches out.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Radiant's top tower has looked better. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
That entire fight was MOUZ dishing damage and VP not able to regroup and respond. So that's exactly a fight that Kez would love to do. You saw that 600 dot damage Kazurai Katana debuff on the Pango, plus the Rupture. So even if Abed got out initially, he's still gonna die to just either by running in the Rupture or standing still and dying to Kazurai Katana. You're picking between two poisons. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot of instances of right clicks coming in at the same time. You throw in your Echo Slash, that's enough to move him. You pop your Shoto Sai, and then of course the Talon Toss, which you're probably going to throw in. That's also going to work out. The Falcon Rush, it's going to give you secondary attacks. There's Kazurai Katana. There's so many abilities that connect on you at the same time. So that roll-up really feels like it's a horrible spell to have in this game when the Rupture is there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We have a smoke chasing a smoke right now. VP moving over to MOUZ's side of the map, and right in front of the Roche Pit, Kez will reveal himself. Tomato drops down the ward, and there's a nice jump from mid one. Hits onto 3, but they also get to lock down the Kez, but he's already done his damage. Can Crystallis follow up on it? Abed, mid one down. Abed dieback as well. Most importantly, going on to the Dawnbreaker, and Dahak will die as well. Meanwhile, Tomato finishing off Yamich, but Crystallis is moving at 600 movement speed, chasing Antares. Not exactly going to do a whole lot of right-click damage. The Enchantress is going to be poking a bit. Tomato looking for an angle in, and he blows up Crystallis, and onto Boom as well. Nice Decrepify there from the Pugna. Allows the Beastmaster to try and attempt on deeping home, but a first hit bash from an Ursa. What else did you expect? He's got a blink ready with an Earth Shock. He just reads the direction wrong as Celery is already running behind that tier 2 tower, but it's a big win for VP in the end.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
You need a BKB.
Come on, Stripes.
And if not the BKB, because Solar Guardian is still going to hit through you, some extra HP wouldn't hurt. He's queuing up the Satanic right now, which probably can solve his issues because he gets that extra lifesteal. I'm just saying that Yashakaya is still not a bad idea because it's going to give you so much with the Raptor Dance, but he's not going for it. But yeah, that initial burst, that was all of the damage Kez did. And he did 50% of the damage, of the team's damage output that entire fight, and it was all in that one quick go. If you have Yashakaya, you can't get jumps. Just saying. Just saying. Tomato takes the Aegis that got the kill, and the Aegis on top of it. MOUZ in huge trouble. Celery's trying to keep mid one alive. Does get the Raptor Dance going, and he'll get Abed with it. But is he enough for this team to stand their ground? Mid one going for Fly instead. The Enchantress being the true carry, but Celery is keeping this Kez alive. Tomato, he can't even hit the Pugna right now, as they're both decrepified. Ursa is pushed away. Yamich is waiting for a chance to hook. Celery will survive a little bit longer. Yamich, can he intervene? Yes, he can. He helps him take down one hero, and that's a nice block. Goes for the stun on the Enchantress with Kez as he drops the Shoto Sai. I think that was the ability. I don't even know what it was anymore at this point, but he's able to get that parry going, and that was a beautiful intervention from Yamich. But Celery, this guy, the healing he did this fight, I don't give a shit what the cores did this fight. Celery is really the MVP here.
Deserves just as much help as Fun. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
Oh yeah. Massive amounts of damage indeed. He was topping the DPS. But also for Crystallis to just kind of work as a placeholder. Yamage with his patience waiting for the time to strike. It decrepifies the Ghost Scepters that you mentioned, and when the moment was opportune, they had the Shoto side to stun the Enchantress, and they got the silence on the Ursa. Yamage blinks in, and they gets that extra hook damage. That might also be enough to cancel a right-click animation off of the Ursa. Everything just clicked perfectly. Awesome fight from MOUZ. VP started off really good, right? Because they got the Aegis, they dealt massive amounts of AoE damage. Yeah, all I wanted from Kez was, if it's not the effects of the BKB or the Satanic, I wanted stats. And so that's Scotty probably finds his place well in this game too, because he's 3.5k HP now on the Kez. Remember, this hero had like 600 when you start the laning stage, so it's a really big investment. And it is definitely going to pay off. I just love how somebody was going on about mid one, like, yeah, he's like 40 years old and he's playing a hero that has got 10 extra buttons to press. And the man is actually the most important player on the field probably right now. So
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Take that.
Precious bounty.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yep. One thing Dire has that Radiant doesn't is tower push. You have an AC Beastmaster, you have a Pugna, and then you have the Kez. The Kez, most importantly, is really this guy melts towers.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oi! Peely bits! Peely bits! Woo!
Mm-hmm. Definitely a spicy game. Now the nullifier from the Ursa is going to make things a whole lot easier for Tomato. See, there's also a Ghost Scepter on the Bloodseeker. Those, at least some of those Ghost Scepters or the Decrepifies are going to get removed by Tomato. I would be down for another nullifier. Maybe one for the Dawnbreaker would not be a bad idea, but he's queuing up the AC at the moment. There's a roar used on the bottom lane. It's Fly that's going to get caught.
Free! Axes, please!
Is Radiant going to let their
Kez is
bottom barracks fall?
4.4k HP with that golem.
I guess Radiant fortified their structures.
That 19% health increase, that's like an
Radiant's
extra
bottom
800
barracks are
pretty much
under
for Kez. Very balanced. Yeah, of course. What damage? I mean, like you said it in the previous team fight. You got Decrepify, okay, I'm gonna hit you. You have Ghost Scepter, okay, I built Nullify, I'm gonna hit you. No, you get E-bladed. You ain't hitting anybody. So it's like they have an answer on it. They have 4 times the answers. They're gonna try to go for this Kez, but again, it will not work out. War is spent. Ursa is pushed back. He's also ruptured, and into Castle Right Katana. That's another lane of racks complete. Trying to go on mid one. Proto side with a quick parry stun onto the Dawnbreaker. Hook connects onto the Dawn, or onto the Pango, as Abed is brought down and Tomato's going to commit. With Fly bringing the damage on the back line, but he's getting Shoto side parried and Tomato just dies. The damage is way too much, and this Ench is going to die too. Mid one will get another. Antares, the Hawk, Abed all pushed back.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go? Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. Kez and his maximum 20-second cooldown on almost all of his abilities. Most cases, even less than that. Tango with the Snapfire Kisses, trying to get the best done onto Kez, and they're almost done with him, and they will actually get him in the end. Bristolis getting the extra healing. Abed finishes off another target. Boom is TPing out, taking forever. He's not getting home. Bristolis will fight to the end. He will also die. Antares is the one cleaning up everybody here. Does he have another cookie? No. Won't be able to cancel the last man's teleport. 2 lanes of racks down, but they'll pay the lives of 4 heroes. Antares, I think it's time to shift into right-click snap now. You're level 22.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Dire's top tower is under attack.
Go look at that again. Yeah, that Solar Guardian didn't last for long either, because he just got bashed and then he got silenced right after. Abed doing a lot of work. Yeah, nice one.
Dire's middle tower.
That's what I thought as well. That's what I also thought, that that looked like a Falcon Rush / grappling hook onto Tango ult.
Radiant took down Roshan. I trust there was a good reason.
Did it all to himself, and that's going to be an Aegis and a Cheese picked up, and the refresher shard for the Dawnbreaker. So Dawn, who did not have a refresher, the Hawk has changed into a Basher now queued up. So I was talking about maybe another Nullifier is going to do good, but the Hawk's going to go, we need more CC. And Pango's the one with the Nullifier queued up. Okay, thank God. We are getting that second Nullifier for VP. So all good on that end. Yeah, MOUZ can vibe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
One. 125, 224s. Punch level 18, gonna take a while.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help. Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
There, they spot Tomato. Quite close and under vision now. Nether Ward is protecting mid one at the back. That's a Snapfire ulti running in. Oh, they're gonna get them to safety. Kansas is getting locked down. And he's gonna get a bit of extra healing there, but mid one will not get to the Raptor dance off. And again, could it be time to consider that PG? Like, or too greedy to buy a 4,000 item that's gonna save my life. Boom. Well, he can be heavy all he wants, but he's getting dashed. Knowledge will drop as well, so that's another tomato with a double. And that's MOUZ's net worth lead gone with that fight.
Regeneration!
They looked a bit slow. They looked a bit slow to react as well. Like the first Mortimer's kiss is already connected on top of, was flying on top of him. There was no reaction.
Tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, this is how you get yourself on the map. You kill a couple heroes away from MOUZ, and suddenly you're pushing again. That's the second tier 2 tower to fall from the map by Virtus.pro. Just looking at Fly's inventory, he's getting a plate mail. And he's got double Roche banners in his backpack. My man Fly is the flag bearer now. Do you remember the Warcraft 3 Kodos with the war drums? Which is basically the basis of the Drum of Endurance. Well, now that you're carrying both of the flags and the drums on this Enchantress, Fly is turning into a shaman.
Let's go
slowly but surely. A female Kodo beast. Male Kodo beast on that edge. Vision by Yamich, and Tomato shows himself. That's a missed hook, but Kez will take the fight to the Ursa. No Eve lane remaining anymore, but the healing is coming in from Celery, trying to keep the Kez alive, but again, he just dies. 4,000 damage, they just burn through it. Stillis can't even find the target to hit on Tars with the Aeon Disc. He will have a refresher to refresh it again, and have another Mortimer's Kisses set ready. Tomato's cleaning up people. Albert finishes off Celery, and Pudge TP's home. MOUZ, that is now 3 fights lost in a row.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why, thank you.
Gold and
No need. No need.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's no fortified their structures.
Yeah, there's a difference between genius and
Leading on
being
Dire's
insane.
top tower.
Right now, insanity usually leads into being more persistent and being a bit stubborn with their plan. But that's now cost them 3 back-to-back-to-back fights lost. Before that, they were taking the bottom lane of Rax, the mid lane of Rax. Now you're in a position where we're buying our heroes back into the game. Solar Guardian will land there before the hook from Yamich. And they will isolate the Pudge. They don't want to use any extra buybacks. They already used it on the Kez. Mid one. Gonna try and poke a bit, but that's not exactly the poke you're looking for. Echo Slash is probably your best ability to keep them at bay. Rage there from the Ursa. We'll go back to the low ground. Celery will try to go in with some explosions. The Tomato cleans up the melee racks, and Inch will finish off at the range racks, and that will be 1 set down. 5 seconds for the Pudge. And I'm not the one to judge about itemization, but, you know, Kez has finally figured out the BKB is good, but I'm just looking at this Bloodseeker. Where's your Ags? Where's your Shard? Mainly that Shard, because you do want to get that extra barrier going. And then if you want to be a source of damage, then you also need to pick up that Aghanims on yourself and start dishing out some percentage-based pure damage. It does if he's targeting him, yeah. Right, but right now, Kez is the target for everything. They're making sure he's getting purged. I do think Crystallis has some room because he's not the public enemy number 1. That is mid 1. Can you purge with a nullifier if they have a BKB on? That I do not know. Damage. No drop.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
They are setting up with the smoke. 4 heroes right next to Virtus.pro. Mid 1. No spot blind. It's a target to go, but they go for the roar. Instantly punch with the buyback, and they save. Quick reaction from VP. Love the way that they react saving that Enchantress. And they simply force a buyback by playing a defensive play.
Good.
It's Roach time, and it looked like there was an 80 on the Kez, but it's all wrong. That was a regen rune that was in the river. AP. Good moment here. Lanes are pushing in. Maybe MOUZ can sneak into the Roche Pit, take the Aegis for themselves with the Ogre Bruiser inside the Roche Pit. 15 seconds. They're going in. Definitely should be able to pull this no shot. He's already moved away onto the other side of the map. They're going to realize, oh wait, Roche actually went down. Dang it, they missed it. But they're getting ready to fight. Overpower used on the Ursa.
I could look at you all day.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Power down.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Straight through backdoor protection without the creep wave. Now Mitch hooks in Celery. Celery hits level 25. And they're 4 damage per mana.
Top tower. Radiant's top tower has looked better. Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are. They don't see anybody of VP on the map right now. They only have the Snapfire pushing.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
They're running across. They're going to jump the Pango Illusion. That gets killed by the Punch Hook.
Dire's top barracks are getting banged up.
Still sticking right outside of that top lane. VP are happy if they're able to clean up a lane. Okay, they're TPing it home. Now they see Tomato. Did he go too deep? Kez is trying to cut him off. Can't get close enough, though. I have to say, this is a pretty tight matchup. We mentioned both of these teams playing in the Fissure Playground 2 tournament in a couple weeks. And they're already bringing in a show here in the group stage. It's easily the most competitive game we've had in the group stage here. Hit one. Oh, the 80 rune bait. Oh, what was this? That's a real machine gun of fire. Right on top of it. Age is gone. But the rupture hook does a ton on the Hawk, and the Hawk is dead. That is a Dawnbreaker without an ulti. Does have the refresher. They will back to the high ground. Mid one on the chase. And Yamich looking for the blind hook. No connection. They'll be out. This is a chance to force a buyback. They are getting theirs back in 40 seconds, Kez and Pugna. He wants to fight outside. Please hold on to that position as long as MOUZ are also outside of the base. Rupture hook. That's even better. Can we get 2 charges of hook too?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Golem does not stand for very long. He got 200 damage on that tier 3, but all of the waves are pushing in. MOUZ, they've got VP where they want them. I'd really like them to leave an open area for Yamich to just hook Celery, because this is going to happen and people just run in front of each other. But roar onto the Enchantress without the hook available. Yamich gets him, pulls him all the way down, ruptured up. There goes Fly. Time for a quick reset. Ah, you know their way. Oh, it's really scary for VP. Any hero that goes out, you might get roared into a hook, rupture combo, and you're probably dead. They are sieging through, seeing an opening in. Tomato. One wants to target the Ursa. They all know who they should be targeting.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yep. Yeah, it could force a reaction. Only he had extra cast range on the Pyrrhic Cloak on the Pugna. Didn't have any options on that. 60 minutes would be the best opportunity to get yourself a cast range enchantment. Or the magnifying monocle. But, obviously magnifying monocle. That round of neutrals is already gone. What you could get is a Fallen Sky with bounce.
Power up.
It's not a bad idea for the partners. It'll allow you to reposition safely with the Fallen Sky. And another way to kite the Ursa. How much damage does that do? Building impact damage 75, dot damage 60.
For the twins.
So impact damage times 5 times 75. 400. Wait. 375. 375 impact damage in one go. Plus the dot damage. I'd probably do more with one Nether Blast. Yeah. Yeah, 2 seconds for Kez. It's already gone. Best look at. They are split on the map. Beastmaster does have his Boots of Travels level 2. Will have to do a bit of a longer teleport to the outpost. They already got Boom here, and they saw Tomato with a hook, misses, and they go straight in. Mid one, gonna get targeted here with a burn coming in, but the BKB will keep him alive, and so will Celery with a heal. Celery's trying to reposition as well. Tomato having his blink broken the whole time to Huck. And some targets coming in as Boom. Looking for a target to Roar. The Lotuses are up. He can't ulti though. Crystal is also dropping quite low here, but will have a chance to run it. And now with the Solar Guardian, and look at the Mortimer's Gittin on turret. Burn, baby, burn! As MOUZ will get incinerated.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower just went down.
There comes another round of buybacks as well from MOUZ. So we're back to MOUZ defending territory. BP, there's a Roshan alive. There's a shield rune also in the river. What they could do is maybe set up for that 60-minute neutral spawning, try to gank somebody outside of the base, trying to go for a neutral camp. PP's win condition. Let's see if that happens. If that's the case. Roche is down. Another set of items picked up. For once, Harry, I'm going to say we don't need a right-click snap. It's, this 25 Mortimer Kisses is working just fine.